Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a full tour of my setup. So this is going to be basically a walkthrough of all my Thrustmaster stuff. Right now we've got the open wheel mod on my TSXW base right now. I'm going to be showing you guys how to switch between that stuff, and I'm also going to be taking you guys through the rest of the gear that I have. And also, as you guys probably know, or can probably tell from the video, there's a lot more light in here. So I recently added a little bit of lighting to this room, and hopefully it will make the video quality a little bit better for you guys. So I'm also going to show you guys how this setup is really easy to basically set up and then break back down. A lot of people get hung up on like, oh, you need like a massive full sim rig setup, and massive sim rig setups are really, really cool, don't get me wrong, but there's something really nice about being able to set up and break down a entire, like, I won't say, you know, like a full like sim rig setup, but still a wheel, pedals, shifter, handbrake that you can have fully set up and can pretty much use just about to that full capacity, and then you can break it back down again in like 5 minutes. So that was really attractive to me because I don't have a ton of space to work with, and I also like to keep it, you know, kind of organized. I'm not the greatest at organization, but I like to keep it kind of organized. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I also wanted to put out there real quick that yes, I am sponsored by Thrustmaster, but guys, I would be recommending this same gear to you guys no matter what. Like, even if I wasn't sponsored by them, I would still say that this gear is honestly really, really good, and I don't really want to be using anything else. So that's why I'm confident in actually talking to you guys about it, because whether or not I'm sponsored by them, I still would talk to you guys about this gear because, like I said, I really enjoy using it. It feels very high quality to use, and honestly, it has always held up for me, and I really enjoy using it. So that's why I'm willing to share it with you guys. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the wheels themselves. This is the rally wheel. This is the wheel that comes with the TSXW Racer base, and this is the open wheel mod. Now, basically how these are interchanged is there's a quick release system back here where you basically unscrew this, and I'll show you guys the entire process of that in a little bit. But you basically unscrew this wheel pops off, and then you can literally take like this wheel, for example, and just pop it on. So it's a really quick and simple process. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how that actually goes. One thing that is important to be aware of though, guys, is that there is a small little screw underneath here, right, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here. And basically what you'll want to do is before you actually start racing, make sure you screw that in so that the actual quick release itself doesn't loosen. And they tell you to do that in the instructions, but me being me, I decided it would be a great idea to ignore the instructions the first time I set it up. And I figured out the hard way that that's not a very good idea. Now, I also wanted to take a minute to talk about the shifter and the handbrake. Now, this shifter, the TH8A shifter, is really, really smooth. It's actually, the cool thing about this shifter is the fact that not only is it a 7-speed that also has reverse, but you can actually connect it to this racing clamp, which is perfect for people that have desks like me, because my desk has this weird lip on it where basically the clamp that comes with the standard shifter doesn't actually go far enough to slide onto the edge of a desk like this, whereas with the racing clamp, it literally goes so far back that it really has no option but to stay on. Now, the handbrake, obviously, you can just yank on the handbrake as hard as you want, and it's not going anywhere. And that's a big concern, I think, for a lot of people with creating a desk-based setup, is because they don't want to worry about yanking on this handbrake over and over and then having it literally just pop off the desk. This is not going to do that. Believe me, I have used this in Dirt Rally 2.0, just yanking the handbrake everywhere and it just stays. It's good. I also think it's very worthwhile to mention the fact that the rally wheel, I wasn't really sure if I was going to be a big fan of it or not, but it ended up actually being my most used wheel because of the fact that it's just perfectly circular, and it's the best in my opinion for not only rally but drifting. I honestly use it when I'm driving a lot of race cars too, just because I like the circular wheel as opposed to like say a D-shaped wheel or something like that. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with flat bottom wheels or like open wheel style wheels. I mean, if I'm driving an open wheel car, I usually like to use the open wheel mod because it feels more authentic that way. But at the end of the day, I think when it comes down to personal preference, I still take this rally wheel most of the time, and I think it feels the most natural when you, like say here, for example, like if I'm going around a turn and I throw the wheel hard, like let's say, I mean, it's not on right now, so I can turn it as far as I want, but let's say I throw it really hard and I need to like throw it back the other way, it's gonna be a lot easier to catch, say for example, right here, rather than, or let's say right here, whereas on a wheel like this, for example, there wouldn't really be anything there. I mean, there is, but your hand is gonna have to search for it more depending on what wheel style you're more used to. But again, the great thing is you can switch these out. So you can go between one or the other depending on which one works for you. Now, I'm also not gonna spend a ton of time on pedals, but as you can see, my pedals are right down there. They are the standard Thrustmaster pedals, and literally those pedals can be gotten out and put away in like 30 seconds, if that. I mean, that's why I love having a setup like this, because you can set it up and break it down in like no time at all. Now, one concern that I know a lot of people have is with a wheel that's mounted like this, they worry that the clamp isn't gonna be strong enough because they worry that they're gonna throw it around and it's not gonna be able to handle it. Honestly, as long as you don't like yank on the wheel really, really hard, as long as you don't like try to pull it off the desk, it's not really going anywhere. And now my desk is a little weird because again, it does have a lip, so your desk will probably be a lot better for it, because if you have a desk that has like, let's say a sharp edge, like this end of my desk does, you'll be in a lot better of a position than with a slanted edge. Now, there are ways that you can compensate for that, obviously, but we're talking about wheel setups that mount directly to a desk here. So with wheel setups that mount directly to a desk, this is not a bad setup at all. And I think what really makes it better is the fact that the shifter can be connected to the racing clamp, which has the handbrake on it, by way of this little bracket down here that they supply with the racing clamp itself. Well guys, at this point we've pretty much come to the part of the video where we are going to have to break the setup down, and literally I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but literally it's not difficult at all to tear this setup down, get it put away, and it should take like 2 seconds, honestly. But if you're interested in any of the stuff I used in this video, there will be links in the description box below to where you guys can go and check them out. And if you're interested in watching any wheel cam videos, there are those over on my channel, especially in the stock versus tune series, if you want to check those out and if that's something that is of interest to you. So without any further ado, let's break the setup down, and you guys will be able to see literally that it just all comes off the desk in like 2 seconds and it's done. So as you can see guys, it pretty much breaks down in no time at all, and then I can literally just put it under my desk, and then the next time I want to use it, pick it up, throw it on the desk, and it's good to go. No massive like rig to mess with, nothing to move around, nothing that's like bulky, and that's, again, probably the most important thing to me out of all of it. Now I do want to use the open wheel mod more. The open wheel mod I haven't really spent too much time with, but it's like, I don't know, it's definitely a different driving position, because you literally cannot shuffle your hands around a wheel. So I definitely want to use this more, and I want you guys to let me know what kind of videos you want to see with this. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for more. And if you are interested in seeing anything beyond the YouTube videos, make sure you go follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. The links will be in the description below. And if you want to see any of my streams, there is also a link in the description below to my Mixer channel. So hope you all did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.